So Barack Hussein Obama. He's back. Like a good old case of the herpes. He's back. And he's back specifically for the only thing he does now is give speeches for corporate America. And he's endorsing his party of choice, as expected. And he's got some fiery rhetoric. 1990s style politics.
Ron Johnson, as your senator, he's now remember the question is who's going to fight for you? Remember that, right? That's who's on your side, who's cares about you, who's thinking about you.
Nobody.
Ron Johnson, as a senator, helped give millions of dollars in tax deductions to some of the biggest donors who funded his campaign. After he voted for a tax plan that allows people to write off the cost of private planes. I've been trying to get this thing closed since I was president. If you can afford a private plane, then you don't need a tax break. But no,
Yeah, I guess when you put it like that, Obama, you don't need to not be stolen from on a regular basis by a monopoly cartel of bureaucracy. You don't have to have freedom, bro. Bro, why not just be a fucking slave? Like, come on, why not work fucking 80 hours a week in some fucking in 3 jobs? You can't even keep one job because if you work over 40 hours, then you can't work there. But you need the other 2 jobs in order to survive. So oh, and no healthcare either, by the way. You got to pay for that too if you want it. But also we have to pay for old people. We have to pay for the same assholes who fucked over their kids and their grandkids for all eternity well, he's going to talk about that.
His adult children bought not 1, not 2, but 3 private planes. Because apparently carpooling...
What the hell? He's making Ron Johnson sound pretty damn cool. Like, I want to hang out with this guy, whoever he's talking about. The fuck? 3 private jets? I mean, I will admit, that is a bit excessive. You probably share a couple of those, but the solution to that, just like, I don't know, more jets, more fucking clients,
Was not
It's kind of how the economy works, supply and demand, Obama, not your fucking communism. Your fucking communism light, whatever you're about. He's not really about anything.
option. Now, I mean, you need 3? Meanwhile...
Oh boy, rich people Oh yeah, Obama, do you need that gigantic mansion in Martha's Vineyard? Do you need that giant fucking Chairman Mao like fucking memorial in Chicago? Do you need your fucking your little fairy presidential library? Do you need all those book sales that you work so hard for? Do you need your lavish, extravagant life? Do you need to get paid millions and millions of dollars to speak for the fucking banks? Fuck this Mickey Mouse Negro.
Senator Johnson voted to raise the retirement age to 70, supported a plan that would put Social Security and Medicare on the chopping block every single year.
What is this fucking jump cut piece of shit? I was trying to find the goddamn right video.
Some of you here are on Social Security. Some of your parents are on Social Security. Some of your grandparents are on Social Security. You know why they have Social Security? Because they worked for it. They worked hard jobs for it.
They would have worked hard anyway, you fucking crook. What actually happened was you stole from their paychecks, and now you're stealing even more from our paychecks because more inflation.
They have chapped hands for it.
No, they didn't work for that. They worked for their fucking families. They didn't work for the government, you piece of shit. Unless the government was actually their employer. But most people, that's not the case. The government is just this mafia that lords over every single employer. And don't get me wrong, I think we should have safety precautions and just basic shit like that. You don't need the IRS up your ass every fucking year, man. Like, imagine if nobody paid taxes, if nobody was being stolen from, imagine how much more money you would have to spend per year on the basic necessities. And if you're self-employed or a private contractor, you already kind of know this. The problem is you get taxed like twice as much if you're self-employed than you would as an employee. So they fuck you even harder in the end for taking freedom. But for that brief period of time, you still have more money to spend, even though you technically owe more to the cartel. And then you go, oh, well, they're going to raise the prices anyway. Well, okay, good. Well, can we at least have all of our money in case that happens? No, of course not. Because daddy government knows how to fucking spend your hard-earned paycheck better than you. Obama knows where that money should be going. It should be going to fucking gender-neutral schools and fucking, who knows what.
They had long hours and sore backs and bad knees to get that Social Security. And if Ron Johnson does not understand
real man of the people shit right here.
That, if he understands giving tax breaks for private planes more than he understands making sure that seniors who've worked all their lives are able to retire.
He's trying so hard to sound black, but he just keeps getting whiter every year. It's like he's fucking Snowball. Like, dude, this is like at least the fucking house slaves back in the slave days. At least they did the whole. They had some rhythm, they were actually black. But this dude is like a literally descendant of like Queen Elizabeth or some shit.
With dignity and respect, he's not the person who's thinking about you and knows you and sees you, and he should not be your senator from Wisconsin.
Yeah, now watch a young turd suck his dick.
Made sure to accentuate Mitt Romney as rich job killer.
Anyway, the main problem I have with Obama's speech, it takes a very narrow-minded view that he plays to very well. The boomer mindset of like, you owe the cartel your weekly stipend. Like, when you include sales tax, probably like 50% of your fucking overall paycheck. Every single fucking time you get paid. And this is why having a job is so detrimental to people. Unfortunately, the way the system is set up is you have to have a business and you have to understand accounting in order to avoid taxes. It's the only fucking way. I don't know why it's this way. There should be... I think the poorer you are, the less taxes you should pay, if at all. That's the compromise. Like, I get the argument. If you're arguing from the socialist view of, like, tax the rich, okay, yeah, I was all for that at one point. But if you're just going to use that to tax us even more, go fuck yourself, you disingenuous little bitch. Like, I'm so sick of these fucking Democrats, like, and Republicans too, by the way. Oh my god, they're gonna cut Social Security. No, they're gonna cut Social Security. How about we just end the fuck... Like, dude, I don't want to pay Social Security. I want to be able to pay for whatever healthcare that I feel I deserve. Now, of course, we should do things to cut costs and catch up to the rest of the world. I've always been for that. At the same time, it does nobody any good to be like, we have to steal your money so maybe you'll get at 72, and they just keep raising the fucking age. Pretty soon it's going to be like Joe Biden. I think that's why they're making the presidents older too. It's to actually... Dude, this is a brilliant propaganda move when you think about it. In fact, this is exactly what they're doing. These people are clever. They're making the presidents gradually older and older so that my generation, young people, we get the idea in our heads subconsciously that we should be working until we're dead. You know how fucked up that is? Like, work until you're dead. But the thing is, Joe Biden doesn't even do anything. He just sits in a fucking rocking chair and sucks his thumb all day. And, like, fondles a 12-year-old that they just throw at him. Like, this is the extent of his fucking job. And every once in a while, he just says, he goes out to the little press, and then he says what they tell him to say. Oh, yeah, and we have to talk about this fake-ass... Like, lately what I've been noticing, it's all happening at the same time. That's how you know it's bullshit, okay? I can't prove this, but I got a real feeling. Because it's not that these people aren't real and that they don't have legit grievances with these politicians. Like, there was that one guy who's like, fuck you, George Bush, apologize for Iraq, I lost my friend. I'm like, dude, he's a psychopath. You're asking a fucking psychopath Nazi to apologize for killing your friends? Like, and AOC, same way. She just did it in a more polite, feminine way. She's just like, we're not... Why did you vote for send weapons to Ukraine? And now, Obama, to his credit, handles this like a fucking gentleman. A very queer gentleman, mind you. A fucking little queer eye for the straight guy. Bro, like, we can't even hear... This is one guy in a literal ocean of people, by the way. And we're supposed to believe that his voice is so loud. Like, it's not like he has a megaphone or whatever that he's speaking into. He's not fucking, like... This is not like a Bernie Sanders rally where just these fucking purple-haired gremlins storm the fucking stage and talk about gender pronouns. This is a guy who still has the top security service, secret service. That shit's for life. For life. Like, you're a king now because you were president once. Isn't that fucking awesome? What a great use of your tax dollars. Yeah, like, his life is so fucking more important than mine. Fuck you.
Why are you starting off?
What a fucking douchebag.
Hold on a second, everybody. Don't get distracted.
Now,
wait.
Now, see, he's gonna use the... Now, he's...
Wait. Hold up.
Now, this is just some egghead, poser.
Hold up. Hey, young man, just listen for a second. You have to be polite and civil. When people are talking, then other people are talking, and then you get a chance to talk. Set up your own rally. A lot of people worked hard for this.
I actually agree with this.
Come on, man.
I agree with that 100%. Like I said, I am not on the side of these fucking gay ass protesters who just want to fling shit at a politician. Like, if you're gonna take down a politician, just do it the right way, and in Minecraft, of course, or do it systemically, or however you want to fucking do it, whatever. But this is clearly not the way to do it. He's right. Get a fucking platform. Change people's minds. Because it's not like, I don't think my generation even listens to these motherfuckers. I mean, I hope not. They probably do.
This increasing habit of demonizing political opponents, of just yelling, and thinking not just that I disagree with somebody, but that they're evil or wrong. That creates a danger.
Except you are evil, and you literally killed thousands of children in Libya and all these other countries.
This climate. And when we have politicians and elected officials in leadership positions who continue to promote over-the-top rhetoric, or at least ignore it, or make light of it, even after something like that has happened. When you've got elected officials encouraging supporters to stand outside voting places armed with guns and dressed in tactical gear.
You mean like cops?
More people are going to get hurt.
the irony in that statement. But he's right about the main point where he kind of trailed off into a little faggy ballroom speech or whatever. But but the main point, guys, like you're only asking to go to a federal fucking prison if you keep like interrupting these politicians, man. And that's what makes me think, like, why would they do this? What is their intention? Do they really think they're going to get somewhere? Either they're complete fucking morons who are being manipulated by outside forces. Because do you think, why would you show up to a rally by yourself? Like, if you're with a group, okay, that adds credibility. But if you're just by yourself, you're a lone ranger around a bunch of fans who disagree with you, obviously, you're looking to get your ass kicked. What are you trying to say? And why is it happening so frequently? And why is it being propagated so much in the media? And that's where you start going down the rabbit hole of like what's real and what isn't. And you know what? Man, I'm just enjoying the fucking show because that's how I win. They don't fucking get to decide what I'm afraid of or they don't get to dictate my reality because my reality is right here at home, my success, my hard work, my hustle, and it is my fucking goal to have me and all of my homies not have to pay a nickel in taxes. And that's just, obviously, that's a lofty goal and it may never be achieved, but we have to try because we can't keep letting war criminal scumbag pieces of shit like Barack Hussein Obama rob us blind and fucking keep taking from us and stealing and pushing us further into starvation. And then the other party comes around and is like, hey, here's a little handout to scoop you back up so we can repeat the fucking vicious cycle of an abuse. America is an abusive household, and it's only when you leave that you understand that this is not the way it's supposed to be. I'm repeating myself from a previous video, but that's my spiel. I hope you enjoyed this little ignorant. Take care.